Hello there, Reject Nation. I'm Greg Alba. What's your name?
Pat Hogue.
Pat Hogue, the Canadian man who I've met at the Schmodown. We've become really good friends. He might get a little more involved in this channel than you guys even realize or even want. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good because my years of stalking you without you knowing has truly started to pay off.
I appreciate that, Pat. You're quite confident on camera. So we are going.
If I'm nothing without my charisma.
We're going to watch the second trailer for X-Men Dark Phoenix right now. John is actually really under the weather, so Pat's filling in for him today. What a good first video for you to be a part of.
Yeah. He texted me and said, this is kind of a big one. I'm like, Greg, this is my first reaction.
You'll be great, man.
Let's see if I screw this one up.
No, you're going to be awesome. You're going to be natural.
Totally.
It's going to be so much fun.
Oh, man, I am just fully prepared to give a 100% genuine reaction for my first time because otherwise...
No sarcasm in your
I am literally going to drown your channel.
Oh yeah, before we hop into this, I'd like to say a special thank you to all you beautiful sons of bitches and bastards and assholes and losers and winners who have followed us on the Stardust app. It's free to download, free to use, 30-second reaction reviews from a film, TV show, or trailer. We post daily. Pat doesn't subscribe to us. You should, you asshole. Guys, do it today. You can post too. Let's watch this. Wasting too much time.
Why did you make me do that?
Ooh.
Okay.
She's talking to Phoenix.
Look at me.
The titular.
Focus on my voice. I'm not giving up on you, Jean.
She was my friend.
Oh, she totally kills
You're
Mystique.
the family, Jean. No matter what.
Stop.
Probably good for Jen.
My theory's correct. She kills Mystique. I was talking with John about this.
Okay.
You're special, Jean.
Interesting.
If you stop fighting that force inside you, if you embrace it,
For Star Wars.
you will possess the very power of a god.
Wow.
Like, okay.
Okay. There's Mystique's funeral.
They showed it.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Good.
How we fix this, Charles? Tell me what to do. I don't know what to do.
It's one way to get actors out of their contracts.
You understand what they fear and what they fear. We seek to destroy.
I love how cinematic it looks. Boom!
This is your fault, Charles.
Quicksilverman.
I'm scared. When I lose control, bad things happen.
They're really selling her as a threat.
Yeah, man.
We can still help her.
Like the biggest one, like they've come across.
Sometimes they
Some
want
cool
you to
beast
believe
action.
they're something that they are not. By the time you realize who they are, it's too late.
The X is the X-Men. So.
Let it go, Fox. Alright, now the post-credit teaser in the trailer.
She's coming.
Whoa! She looked like Captain Marvel back there. Actually, kind of looks like Captain Marvel's poster.
Good job for glowing women this year. You know, finally
Yeah.
getting the representation they need.
God, you know, we both talked about it a little bit beforehand. We both liked the first trailer.
Yeah,
And this only amplifies it a lot more for me. Like, I really like how Simon Kinberg's kind of infusing some elements in here that feel... Yeah, it's like you got some crazy ass shit
Yeah,
going on
well,
here. And then you also have some like grounded horror stuff going on.
It's
here,
it's
too.
the thing of like I've always heard the pitch for like what the Dark Phoenix storyline was,
Yeah.
and how it kind of plays off the fact of like who would be scared of Jean Grey, and I'm like that's kind of the same problem with the movie, even though they've tried to like build it up, but like
Yeah.
so far these like two trailers have done a really good job of like. No, she's got some deep-seated emotional issues, and now this like godlike power. Not a good combo for her friends.
No, not a good combo. They still have... I don't think they've revealed who Jessica Chastain is playing.
Yeah.
Simon Kinberg said in an interview a while ago that she's a combination of two characters, of a couple of different characters. He didn't say two. But when you say couple, I assume two. And in the Dark Phoenix...
Eight.
Not eight, two.
Idiots.
the Dark Phoenix comic book, there were two main characters that
Yeah.
that kind of flashed to mind here. Lalandra from I think it's her name, from the Shi'ar race, and then Jason Wingard, who's Mastermind.
I
And
don't read comics, so this is news to me.
Don't say that in the comic book video related.
I'm representing the plebeian.
Ah,
But
fine. Okay.
combination of two characters.
So it seems like what she's, especially with like pulling out, you know, the Phoenix within
Yeah.
Jean and forcing her to really hone in on like what's really within her. But dude, I mean, when you piece together the first trailer, it really made it look like Mystique dies, and then this trailer makes it even like so much clearer that Mystique is gonna die.
To the point of like, we show why'd you do that to her?
That was my friend.
And then a funeral.
And then a funeral.
All her friends at the funeral.
Like, if you piece together the first trailer, you're like, this looks like Mystique dies, but in this one, you're like, are they just making it like flat out clear that Mystique dies?
Well, and it's like the X-Men universe is at such like a weird point of like, well, we know it has to end after this because like Disney, like they're going to Fox,
Yeah.
so it's like they can really go to those lengths of like they can like do the dramatic beats of like you see Magneto's skull getting crushed in by a helmet, and it's like, could he actually have his skull crushed in?
Hey, John's storying us right now.
Oh God,
He's sick, so he's doing something productive, and he's storying us right now.
I came in expecting one thing, and it was not to be filmed. John.
John.
It's the one requirement I had.
Anyway, it would make sense, though, if Mystique dies based off the way, if you piece together the first and the second trailer.
Yeah.
Because there's that thing where you do see Magneto and Jean talking with each other where it looks like he's trying to get her to embrace it. And
Yeah.
but if she were to kill Mystique, it would make sense why Magneto would then turn on her.
Well, and it's...
And same thing with Charles, while they're all grieving and turning against each other, you know.
And like with the first trailer, when Magneto's like, "You didn't come here for like help. You came, you or asking for permission. You just like came here wanting, or maybe I had that backwards. You didn't come here looking for guidance. You came here asking for permission to do all these horrible things." And even Magneto's like, "Nah, you're going to a lot deeper, darker things, and I'm Magneto.
Yeah.
I've done bad things."
This trailer seems edited a little funny because you know how the end of this trailer they're all
In a train.
they're all arrested in a train
Yeah.
and they got the collars.
Like-
Is that another one of those like repressing mutant power thing?
And then earlier,
But earlier you see like Beast flipping through and like Magneto with the guns.
NRA scene of Magneto like
Yeah,
going
right?
crazy and like.
I'm like, but it looks like it's from that scene.
Listen, I forgot about that scene by the end of the trailer,
Yeah.
so they got me. But this oddly feels like the most like comic booky of all the X-Men
I think it's
movies.
aesthetic. Someone disagreed with me hard. Like there were some comments that really disagreed with me on the press cons, but I think from their costumes and just how personal and grounded it feels in their world.
The cinematography
Yeah,
feels
man.
so much more like, let's showcase like the weirdness of like all of this and
Yes.
like all of the elements going on, and it feels like
It feels kind of scary at times.
Yeah.
It feels like legit scary. And, you know, it was cool that they got to showcase some of the other, like, seeing that shot of Beast. I haven't even thought of the action,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny.
And
But then you got some of this cosmic stuff going on, and then, you know, like crazy train sequences and some space moments where
Which-
it looks good.
is new elements for like kind of an X-Men movie, which is a franchise that's been going for almost 20 years
Yeah.
and has kind of been hitting the same beats, and now we're finally getting to the place of like Magneto being, you know, Charles, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And now Jean Grey's like, I'm gonna burn you all down. Let's get cosmic. Let's get crazy. Let's go over the top of this.
Well, if this is the last, like, I know they have New Mutants, which is kind of in this weird development phase, but I think for X-Men Dark Phoenix, if this is going to be the last one from them, presumably, I think this would be a cool one for them to go out on. Yeah.
In the
If
fact
they do it well, yeah.
the fact that it's not Apocalypse, big bad guy, we have to stop because he wants to do bad things.
Yeah,
and
it's a
it's
very
like
personal one.
The friend we've had pretty much throughout the movies that we've had the emotional arcs with is the villain we have to take down. That's a pretty good like template to like have the emotional ending until Mickey Mouse comes in and says, "All right, time to fight the Avengers, kids."
I mean, the gun effect. Actually, you know what's funny about the Magneto moment
Yeah.
with the guns? That kind of reminds me of the first X-Men when he uses all the gun and Charles has to stop the.
No, you know,
Yeah. It's the
raises
first one.
the guns, and
raises
the guy
car,
has the
gun,
one
and
bullet.
Yeah, and Eric is stopping it.
Which
yeah,
even
yeah.
I'm like, just move back. Like, if it's starting to hurt, stop.
Except
Like, you're just
these-
letting this bullet go into your skull, dude.
Except these assault rifles, while a cool moment when you slow it down, look really CGI.
It's not the best Magneto we've had so far.
And before I wrap this video up, I would of course like to give a patron of the day shout out to a beautiful man. His name is Chris He's from Canada too, man.
French Canadian, eh?
It's not exactly what you are, but
Nah,
close
but
enough.
a fellow Canuck, eating your poutine and drinking your Tim Hortons.
That's why I got him today, because I don't know what he's talking
He's got
about.
a quota fill. So
Ice hockey.
that's why I'm here.
So he's been a patron for just a short amount of time, but we've already had a lot of long exchanges back and forth. I love chatting with this guy. He's a photographer. That's his main passion. Mayu photography. And just scrolling through his Instagram, he takes photos of just the ugliest people ever. Like,
Greg,
my
Greg,
God, these people
Greg,
are just so
Greg,
opposite of
Greg.
attractive.
Great. Actually, some pretty attractive people, so I have no idea what.
Hence the
about.
sarcasm. These chicks and men are hot.
See, I can deal it. I can't read it.
Yeah, I understand.
Beautiful,
We're gonna
beautiful
be
pictures.
great working together in the future, aren't we? Yeah. He just launched a new channel called Nostalgia, which is actually a really interesting channel. Basically, he just looks back on a game from his past where we're playing the HD remaster remake version, and he showed me one for Pokemon Let's Go.
Pikachu and Eevee.
And it was a really good video, man. You script these things really well. Just let more of your humor shine. I'm going to give you advice on public. Let some of your personality really shine. But other than that, you got your analysis down to a T. You're taking photos of hot men and women. You're in Canada, which is one of the most violent countries in the world. So you are obviously a tough cookie. And
Been around the block. You know what's what. Pokemon and sex, it sells. Chris, you got it going on.
Got it going on, Chris. He said we were a big influence in him creating his concept, and I said, why? That's
We are not role models.
Anyone who says we're inspirations or whatever in your life
Is not a person you should listen to.
It makes me question you.
Watching his back. Watching my back.
Anyway, Chris, thanks for being here, buddy. You're such a sweet man. I'm happy to get to know you some more. What do you guys think of this X-Men Dark Phoenix trailer? Do you think Fox is gonna have a bit to do? You know what? Fill in your own YouTuber question. Subscribe to the Reject Nation. Click that notification bell. Download, follow us, and start us up. Pat the Canadian is Pat the Canadian on Instagram, I think. Go check him out today.
Solid. Please. Please. Please.